All right. So, hello everyone. Good evening for all the students present in the session. Okay, let's start the final project today. And this will be the last class, right? Okay. So, let me share the screen. Okay. So, what was the last property or last concept which we have done yesterday, guys? So, what example did we see yesterday? So I think we were doing about how to write a function and the pop-ups, correct? Okay, let me present the screen. Okay, am I audible correctly, everyone? Can I get a reply for that? Is my voice audible correctly? Hmm? Good evening for everyone. Okay, I hope everyone is here, right? Okay, okay. So normally what we were doing was, so everyone go ahead and open a new file, create a new file. It is session 20.html. Okay, one second. Let me have my on-screen keyboard. All right, let me have it here. Okay, so did everyone create a new file? Session 20.html. Okay, so here go ahead and create a basic structure. Okay, so I will delete this and Alt Z so that everything will be in the single page. All right. Okay. Save. Okay. So let's have a simple example. Okay, what is that example? You will see. Okay, so it is called as event bubbling. Okay, event bubbling. Okay, what does this event bubbling? Okay, right after seeing the output, you will get a clarity. Okay, so first just write a heading, and after that, I just need you to create two boxes, one box inside the other. Okay, so go ahead. That is, I will say div and id is equal to, I will say it as outer. Okay, inside this div, let me have one h2 tag, and I will say bubble. Okay, and div again id is equal to, I will give it as inner, and I will just put one text without any tag. I will tell it as click on this. Fine. I will save. What do I have? Just one heading and one div tag. Inside div tag, another h2, that is another heading, and one div. That's all. Done. Hmm? I hope everyone has completed. Good evening, guys. Good evening for everyone. Okay. So next, just apply simple CSS property. Okay, so go to the head section. We will use internal CSS. Okay, so go to the head section, open a style. Fine. Okay, then have this. What is the class? Sorry, I have given ID. So I have given a ID called outer. Okay, for the ID outer. Okay, some background color I will give. Let it be light blue. Okay, and let me give a padding. We know what's the padding, that is the space between the inner border and the content, correct? Okay, then so outer div, so this particular div, let it be having a background color light blue and padding of 50 pixels. Everybody following? And let me put something for inner also. Okay, so background color, let me tell it as yellow green. Okay, and then for both outer comma inner. Okay, separately I have applied the CSS property, guys. See here, for the outer it should have this background color and this padding. For inner, again it should have a separate background color, no need for padding. Okay, and what I will say is, okay, so instead of applying padding here, what we will do is remove the padding from the outer. Just let it be background color blue and background color yellow. And what I will do is I will just give some font size. Let it be 20 pixels. Okay, then border, say 1 px solid, and finally padding. Here we will put padding for both outer div and the inner div. So let it be 20 pixels. Okay, so very simple. I have one div. Inside that I have one h2 and I have one another div. Okay, and for the outer div I have different background color, and for inner div I have a different background color, and both of them, outer and inner, okay, those both of the div have a similar property, that is font size, border and padding. Done? Hmm? So everybody following parallelly, everybody done until now. So go and look at the output. So I will host from the folder. So let me, my file explorer, it is getting opened. Okay. Session on web tech, session 20. Yeah. Is it looking like this, guys? So I have one heading and I have one normal div box. Inside that I have a simple text. So shall I continue? Everyone is having like this only, or else what I do is, let me give something else. For the outer, I will set one margin left. Let it be 400 pixels. Okay, after setting 400 pixels, and I will tell or else let me set the width. We don't need a margin left. I will set the width. So that width, let it be 600 pixels. Save and look at the output, guys. Refresh. Yes, it looks like this. Well and good. And I will tell it as text align center. Refresh. Okay, everything inside it came to the center. Now let me put the margin left. Okay, so let it be, I will put a margin left of 400 pixels. Save. Okay, it went bit more left, 300 pixels. Refresh. Yes, this is the case. So copy the same thing. So just for the outer, I have given two more CSS properties. So after typing all the CSS properties, tell me if you're done. Okay, we shall proceed. So everyone is getting this output only. So for the outer div also we have used padding. For inner div also I have given padding. And for the outer div I have given margin left. And I moved it to the center of the page. That's all. And I have set the width also of 600 pixels. Width also of 600 pixels. Done, everyone? Okay. So next, as the heading suggests, okay, it is also one major concept in JavaScript, that is a event bubbling. Event bubbling, how the why that name? After seeing the output we will discuss it. Okay, simply if I tell now, okay, no one will understand. Okay, so after seeing the output, actual output, after writing the complete code, we will understand why the name is event bubbling. Okay, all right, before that, come down. So I will say script. Okay, and I will give var, okay, a, or I don't declare any variable. I will say directly document dot get element by id, and I will say inner. Okay, I am taking the control over this div element, guys. Getting? I am taking a control over this div element. I'm taking a control over this div element. I'm not giving it to any variable. Just I'm taking a control on this document. Get one element which has a id inner. That's what I'm telling. Okay, for this inner, for this control, what I will add is add the event listener. Add a event listener. Okay, so then, so what is this event listener? This is a new functionality which we are writing today. Correct? Okay, until now we have not used it. Okay, so that means you're adding one event as simple as that. Okay, for this thing. Okay, so for this element which is having a id inner, for this element which is having a id is equal to inner, you are adding a event. What event? Okay, what event? That you need to write here. That is a click event. You are adding one click event. Okay, that means one event. Event means anything. The event means something. If something takes place, that is called an event. If you jump, that is a jump event. If you fly, it is a fly event. If you walk, it is a walk event. As simple as that. I'm adding an event, that is click event. If I click, what should happen is a function should get executed. Function should get executed. See, on this document, get the element which is having a ID, that is inner. Okay, and after getting it, add one event to it. What event? That is when I click on it, make it to execute one function. Okay, right now let's say the function like alert, and I will say the inner has been clicked and saved. So look at the output. So if you click on the inner div, are you getting this alert? Tell me guys. If you click on that inner div, are you able to get are you able to get this alert, that is get this pop-up? Is it coming or not? Hmm? Tell me, is it coming or not? So in the output, you have one section called click on this, that is called inner. Outer div means which is having a blue background color. If you click on that yellow green box, if you click on that yellow green box, are you able to get this pop up? So everyone has written the code, right? So everyone, please do check out the output and tell me. Are you getting the output according to this? Hmm? Are you getting the output according to what we have written? So if you click on the box, are you getting a pop-up? So go to the output, refresh it once. If I click here, nothing is happening. If I click on the bubble, that is a blue part. All right. So if I click on this part, so if I click, yes, the inner has been clicked. Pop-up is coming. Fine. That is only for this region. Only for this region, you have attached one event. Okay, it will be like this. Okay, no pop-up will come. Only if you click, the pop-up will come. Okay, only if you click, the pop-up will come. Or else you can write a function such that what I will say is copy this whole thing. Document dot get element by ID. Copy this. Save here. I will say dot style dot display is equal to color, and I will save. So now look at the output guys. That is what I'm telling. This element which is having a inner, that should completely erased from a document, that is erased from a web page. Sorry, display not color, it should be none. Is it giving the output? Now check it out and tell me quickly guys. Why no reply today? Only everyone is wishing good evening. Okay, how to make it a good evening? We will tell it is a good evening or bad evening based on your reply in the comment section. Okay, when you reply, it is not like I will be happy that someone is responding to me. No, that's not the reason. When you reply something, that time I will get to know, are you getting the output? Is it what I am teaching here? Is it conveying to you or not? Is it reaching to you or not? Okay. To make sure that I will be asking to reply. Okay, not simply to respond. Correct. Okay. All right. Let's see now. I will go here, refresh. When I click on the box, see, it is getting disappeared. Correct? So if I refresh, if I click on the box, done. Okay. So again, if I click on the box, it is getting removed from a web page because that's what the function says, right? That is what the function is telling. Okay, so how? This is a new method which we have used, that is event listener. Okay, event listener. Okay, so that is you can add an event directly by using this functionality. Until now, we were writing the function separately and we were calling the function. Are we calling the function anywhere? No, right? That is also not necessary. Here only you are telling when you click on this particular element, invoke the function immediately. You don't need to call the function and you don't need to give a name also for your function. Fine. Directly you this is getting executed without any name, just by keyword. Fine guys? Fine? Okay, let's move. So I will save and I will tell it as document dot get the element by id, and I will tell it as now outer. Where is the id outer? Where is the outer id? Here, that is a outer div, correct? That is a outer div. Okay, so in that case, what I will say is for that also I will add a event listener. Okay, so for inner box I have added. Now I will add for the outer box, so that I will say when I click, okay, when I click, it should invoke a function. It should invoke a function. What kind of function? So it's say document dot get element by id. Okay, get element by id, and this time it is a outer. Okay, this time it should be outer. And okay, so for this okay, so what I will say or else I won't add something. Okay, directly I will put the alert, or let us say I will come back for this dot style dot background color should change to dark gray. Now check it out. That is, if you click on the inner box, if you click on the inner box, okay. So I will just change the color of here also. I don't want it to just get disappeared. I just want to change the background color of an inner box is equal to. I will say what was the background color? It was red. I want it to change to, let's say, light green. Save and look at the output, guys. Look at the output and tell me, is it working or not? So according to the what we have given, okay, according to the what we have written the code, is it giving the output or not? So save. If I refresh, okay, so what I have told, if I click on this box, that is the inner div. If I click on the inner div, the inner div should change the background color to the light green. Now it is like a yellow or something, yellow green, so it should change into light green. So if I click on the outer box, it should change into dark gray. Let's see. So if I click here, yes, the outer div is changing into dark gray. So everyone is getting this output only. And what about if I click here? Yes, it is getting into light green. Okay, so I think it is not giving that much of a difference. So here I will say white. Save, refresh. So if I click on this light blue, it should change into dark gray. Okay, so I have made the change in the wrong place. Here I should change in a inner. So where I have a control over an inner box, there I have to change the background to the white. Where I have control over the outer div, that background should have a dark gray. So save, refresh. So if I click, gray will come. If I click here, it will be a white. So everyone getting this output only. Hmm? And everyone understood how we are doing actually. Very simple, correct? That is, I have added a function called event listener, which will listen to your event. And when I click, what is the event? Click is the event. When I click, execute this function. Same here. For the outer div, add one event, that is when I click, okay, invoke this function. Fine, fine. Okay, I will save. So now refresh it once, refresh it once. Okay, so now first click here. Okay, see here, I will refresh. If I click on this, only this block should be turning into white, correct? But why it is this one also, why it is turning into gray? See, when I click on the inner, only inner's background. Okay, the inner div, the background color of the inner div should change into white. Okay, but what is happening is when I click on the inner, even the outer background is changing. So where's the output? Refresh. See, if I click on the inner div, outer div also changing its color. But I'm not clicking on the outer, I'm just clicking on the inner here. Fine. So if I click, both of them are showing the change. And why is that? Okay, and if you look carefully, okay, so even though I'm clicking on the inner div, it is triggering the event listener of a outer div also. That is, it is moving upwards. For example, so I will, let me clear it out. Come to your code, and inside this div, I will just write another div. Okay, and I will tell it as id inner2. Okay, and inner2, I won't be adding any text. Rather, let me have here I will add inner to. Okay, and here I will add inner to separately, and I will just provide a padding of 30 pixels everywhere. So now even the inner div 2 is having the font size. I have not written any text, so it does not matter. So I have given a border, and here separately I have given a padding 30. So let's say refresh. Yes, it looks like this. Okay, and let me give a background color also. So the background color, so let it be black. Okay, and color of the text, I will give some color. Okay, I don't need one color actually. Save. It should look like this. Refresh, and I have one black box. This region is inner too. This region is inner, and this region is outer. So can you differentiate? Everyone, did you make the changes? Hmm? That is inside another div, inside the inner div, I have created one more div, that is inner 2. Okay, and I have given background color black and padding is equal to 30. Fine. And let me give a border. It's better if I just take it out, it's no use here. Okay, I will give border is equal to 2px, and let it be dotted border and white in color. Save. Refresh. Okay, what happened? So inner 2. Okay, I have one comma extra. That's all. A syntax error. Refresh. It should look like this now. So everybody done? Shall we proceed? Okay, so look at the code. For this inner div, just I have opened one div tag, given one ID for the inner 2 ID. This is a CSS property which I have given. It should be inside a style tag. Inner 2, padding 30, background color, and one border. Hmm? Fine. Shall we proceed? All right. So now, okay, now for this inner 2, come back here. I will say document dot get element by ID, and I will just say inner 2 dot add event listener. When I click on the innermost div, okay, it should trigger a function. What function? Okay, so that is to document again for this inner 2, the element which is having inner 2. Okay, so for that what should happen is the style should change. Background color should be able to change to, so let's say from black to black to, let's say, orange. Save. See, this 3 lines I have added now. For the document, on this document, if you get one element which is having a id inner2, I have attached the event listener. So what event it will listen to? It will listen to the click event. When I click on it, it will invoke a function. What does that function do is, same thing. On that inner div, it will change the background color. So I will save. If I refresh, okay, so I will come from the outer div. Look at the output. So if I click here, from light blue to, it should change to gray. Yes, it is changing. From this green to, it should change to white. Yes, it is changing. From black, it is changed to orange. Yes, it is changing. So everyone is having this output only. Okay, yesterday we know already how to make this happen by our own. Okay, the output is not new, but the way we are making it happen is new, right? So this is a normal output. The way of approaching is a new approach today, right? Right, everyone? Okay, so that is adding the event listener, and again come to the output. If I refresh, okay, see, look carefully. If I click on the black, okay, it should change to orange, right? So I will click on the black. Look carefully. If I click on the black, yes, it is changing into orange, but even this is changing and outer is changing. I am clicking on just inner 2, but inner also changing. If you click on inner 2, it is changing the outer also and it is changing the inner also. Okay, so to avoid the confusion, I will just say inner 1. Wherever the inner is there, I will change it to inner 1. Here, here, and here. 3 places you have to change. Go to the div, change it to inner div. Go to here, that is document.getElement by id, change it to inner 1. Again, inside the function, change into inner 1. So refresh, same thing will happen. Click. Okay, something is not right. Okay, and in css also, guys, here I have given inner 1. 5 places you have to change. Sorry, see, starting from above in the style tag, change it to inner 1 here. Okay, change it to inner 1, and again here you need to change it to inner 1 where you have given border and padding, and come down where you have declared the div tag there, inner 1, and come down, add event listener in the function. 5 places you have to change. Done, everyone. Everyone has changed. Just add 111 for all the inner. Okay, next. So I'll come here, refresh. Okay, look carefully now. If I click on the inner 2 also changing, inner 1 also changing, and outer also getting changing, and outer also getting changed. Okay, so but it is not the case in reverse. Okay, so if I click on the outer, only outer will change, right? See, if I click on the outer, only outer will change, inner will not change, correct? But if you click on the inner, okay, inner 2, inner 1, and outer also is going to change. And if I click on inner 1, inner 2 is not going to change, only inner 1 and outer. Getting the difference? If I click on inner 2, it is changing inner 2, inner 1, and also outer. I will refresh. I will just click on the inner one. It is changing only inner one and outer. It is not affecting inner two. So in which direction the change is going? Upper or lower, guys? Upper or lower? At least tell me that in which way the change is traveling. See, if I click on inner one, both inner one and outer is changing. So if I click on the outer, inner one and inner two does not get affected. So in which way the change is happening? Hmm? Okay, few more minutes, guys. We are going to start with the last project. Okay, before that, I wanted to complete a left out topic, which is very important. Okay, that's why we are having this example. Okay, so this is only called bubble. Okay, so this is called event bubbling. Why it is called event bubbling means if you click on the inner part, if you click on the inner part, the inner also getting changed, the inner one also getting changed, and this outer also getting changed. The change is happening in the up direction. Up direction means the direction how the bubble travels. How the bubble travels normally in the up direction, right? It will always go on flying towards a up direction. It will not go down normally, right? So that's why it is called event bubbling. Okay, that means when I trigger the inner event, inner two event, innermost event, it will go on trigger the outer event as well. So if I click here, so outside this, inner one is there. Outside inner one, outer is there. Okay, so it is go on triggering the outer one. The event is going upward direction. That's why it is called a event bubbling. That's why it is called event bubbling. Getting now? Getting now? Okay, so what you can do is, but it won't come down, guys. That see here, if I click on this outer div, only outer div get invoked. It won't call this function and this function. See, this green and black will be remain in that color itself. It won't invoke the inner function. The bubble won't travel downwards. It will always travel upwards. Okay, that's why it is called event bubbling. That is the direction of a bubble. If I click on here, okay, from green, it will travel upwards. It will not travel downwards. Okay, from here, it will travel upwards. That is, it will change the green and it will change the blue. Black won't change. See here, if I click, black remains the same, only green to white and blue to gray. That's why it is called event bubbling. So everybody getting the same output? Hmm? So anybody stuck somewhere or any doubts, or do you want some time to copy the code, or you are getting the output? So the last few lines I have added is this, that is inner two. Everybody copied? Hmm? So very important, guys. Okay, in the perspective of interview also, in perspective of learning the subject also. Always you need to learn how the things work. All right. Okay. Let me proceed. Okay, like this only. What I will do is, I will just come here. See here, the add event listener have two parameters. One is click parameter and one is function parameter. After writing the function, you will close the bracket here, right? One is click parameter and another one is function parameter. And After writing the function, the bracket is closed. Which bracket? This one. Correct? Now I will write a third parameter as false. I'll give a third parameter in every event listener that is false, like this, and save. So I will come here, refresh. If I click, it is acting in the same way. If I click, it is acting in the same way. No change. Is there any change in your output? Is there any change in a behavior in your output? Hmm? So if there is any change, please do tell in the comment section, guys. All right. So I will refresh. For my output, there is no change. Okay. So now go there and change it to false. Sorry, change it to true, from false to true. Like this. Now look at the output. Is there any change? Hmm? So change that to true and tell me if there's any change now. Okay, so if I look at the output, if I refresh, okay, so if I click, right, it is behaving like before itself, from inner to outer, it is traveling. All right, so now I will say click, same thing. If you give true, also same thing. If you give false, also same thing, right? So that means a third parameter. Okay, so whatever happens, it will travel in the direction itself. Okay, so if you give true, okay, so third parameter doesn't affect it all. Okay, so why third parameter, we will see in the next project. Okay, this is not a suitable example for that. Okay, so for add event listener, why this is used, okay, we will create another example when we finish or at the end of a session. Okay, again we will add this event leader listener into the another example, and we will see what and how this true or false will work. All right. Okay, until now everybody done? Shall we proceed to the next, a final project? Hmm? That is a calculator. From yesterday we are waiting for that itself, right? All right, all right. So go ahead and create a new file, everyone, quickly. So create a new file in order to create a calculator. Create a new file in order to create a calculator, a simple calculator. Okay, so how should it look? How should it look? So it should look like this. It should look like this. Color may vary. Okay, color may vary, but it should have a round button. It should have a numbers at the right side. It should have a symbols. It should have the display. Whatever I click here, it should show here, and it should show here, and then it should give a output. This is what we want. Okay, so come to your Visual Studio. Okay, so come to your Visual Studio and create session 21.html. Enter. So HT, create a basic structure, delete the two line, and give one title. I'll say Calci. Save. Save. Done. Okay. Next. Next. Okay. Look here. Look here. So let's first create this heading. So for heading, it is very simple. It is H1. I will say simple calculator. Save. Done. Come here. Okay, now how to start it, guys? How can we approach? Which is the first, what I say, which is the first tag we need to open? Which is the first tag we need to open in order to build this calculator? So which is this tag? Which is this tag? And the outer container. Can we start off with normally a container tag, that is div? Okay, correct, Chandan. Okay, let's come here. Okay, so what I will say, I will just open a tag, that is div tag. Okay, open a tag, that is div tag, and I will just give one class, that is box, and save. Okay, so where does that div tag belong? Okay, so if you ask me, see here, I'm talking about the entire thing where you can put all these buttons and this display. Okay, everything will be put inside the div, which is having a class box. Everything will be put inside div, which is having a class box. Done. Done. Okay, now how to create this one, guys? How to create this section or display section? What tag should I use? Can anybody give a suggestion? Which tag should I use? So see here, if I type, it is showing, right? So which tag should I use in order to create this section? Any suggestion? Hmm? So I think you guys are familiar with that, right? How can I create that section and what is the tag? Text area, good try, but that's not it. See, text area will just keep on expanding, right? It is not expanding. And Shobha Rani Bandi is suggesting function. Yeah, in order to make this happen, that is, whatever I click here, it should come here. In order to make that happen, we need to write a function. But I want to just create this section first using HTML and CSS. We are working on the front end part, that is build part. Okay, afterwards we will work on a JavaScript. So which is the tag which will take a input, that is whatever you type. Okay, it will type that particular text or particular number. Which is the tag? Is there any tag like that? Whatever I type, it should display inside that section. Is there a tag like that? In forms, do we have a tag like that in forms? That is, if I type something, it will display. Come on, guys, it is very simple. You're not trying to think also. Simply you're sitting. You're not trying to remember also. Okay, at least tell me this. Do we have a tag called input tag? Yes or no? Do we have a tag called input tag? What the input tag will do? It will take an input from a user, right? Whatever I type inside that box, it will display in the web page, right? That is only called input tag, or any other tag. Huh? Okay, so here this is a input tag. Just we have to set the height and width. That's all. Okay, we need to create an input tag, and then I have to set height and width according to this requirement. How it is showing according to this, I need to create a height and width. Simple, right? Why complicated? Why are we getting these things complicated? So come back to your code inside the div. Inside the div. Okay, I will open one tag, input tag. Okay, I will open the input tag and I will give it as a type text. Okay, then I will give one class also, and I will say display design. Okay, we are working with the design of the display. So this is a display and we are working with the design of the display. So to be convenient, I have given that class itself, display design. Fine. Okay, and what are we getting there? Okay, so I will name the ID on based on what we will be seeing there. That is final output. We will be seeing a final output over there. So done. Save. So it's very simple. It is just that I have given a class name display design and ID is final output. Why? Final output. So 8 into 2 is equal to, it will give a final output in that display. That's why class I have given to be convenient display design and ID is equal to final output. Fine. Fine. Okay. Next, how can we proceed? Which is the tag I have to work on? So which is the tag I have has to start opening now? Which tag must be opened? Hmm? Suggestions? Any suggestions? Which tag should be opened now? So you can take a screenshot, guys. Screenshot or pick in a mobile. Okay. You also keep this as a reference aside. Okay. So looking at the output, you just come up with the ideas. What should be the next step? How can we proceed? And what should be a CSS property for that? Button. All right. So according to the button displayed here, okay, according to the buttons displayed here, create a button. Simple. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 into 4, 16 buttons. So the button should be having a name of this numbers. All the buttons should be named after this numbers. Simple. So come back. Okay, so give button first should be 7. Okay, and copy this again. Button second should be 8. Keep on giving it. Third should be 9. Like that, we need to create a how many? 16. And after 9, so look at your pick or something. So it should be a plus symbol, addition. So put a addition symbol, and after that it should be, I guess, 6, 5, 4. 6. After this 5, 6, 5, 4, and again. So what should be the symbol next to it? It should be a subtraction symbol. And again copy paste it. 3, 2, 1. And what should be the symbol? It should be a multiplication. Okay, so anything is fine. I have written ulta, I guess. So here I will change it to 7, 8. Let it be 8, and 9. I will say. So from decreasing order we are taking, right? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so slightly changes there, the way we are numbering, but numbers are numbers. It will be there itself. You can arrange in any way. Okay, after 1, what should come? A multiplication sign. Come here, put this, and then 0 dot division and equals. Come back, copy paste the button. 0, copy paste the button, make it as dot, again copy paste the button, make it as division symbol, copy paste the button, make it as equals, is equal to. So do you have all the buttons now? So create it fast, guys, everyone. Hmm? So 16 button you need to create. Where? Inside the div. Where? Inside the div. Right after the input tag. Okay. Don't forget to apply a break. Let's see. Where should we use a break? That also we will see. See here. Starting from 9. Starting from 9 here. Starting from 9 until is equal to button. You have to finish. Copy paste all of them and give a respective numbers. So tell me when it's done, and after it's done, tell me what's the next step. What should we work on? So is it a button or should we create anything else? So I hope you have taken a screenshot of an image of this design. Look at this design and how should we proceed? Tell me that. How much how must we how must we proceed from here? So we have created a button. So did you check the output? Did you check the output? So it should be, so if you look here, okay, I have not hosted the page until now. Come here, it is session 22. Click, and why it is not showing your buttons? So the simple calculator, okay, heading for JavaScript. Okay, I think I have opened the new one. Now we'll come back. Okay, it should be another folder. So 21. Go to the output. So everyone is having this output only, guys. Check carefully. So you have created a heading, you have created a input tag, and you have created a buttons. That's all. You have created a buttons. Okay. Okay. So Chandan is telling we will decide the designing the border. Okay. Fine. So which border, Chandan? So are you talking about this display border or this div border or this button border? Which is the border you're talking about? Or before CSS, see, look at the output here, compare it. We need to convert this. Okay, all the element has been already created. Okay, no extra tags will come now. Okay, so already we have created the input tag and all the buttons. Okay, this should be converted into this now. Okay, so here we have that display and we have all the button, right? So this should be looking like this just by applying a CSS property. We are working with the design, correct? Now, okay. So don't you think first we will arrange the buttons? See, directly we cannot work on this outer div because the inner element has not been arranged. It need not be arranged completely like this, but at least after the input tag, this button should start. After this row of button, the next row should start. Okay, at least we will arrange the basic things. So how to arrange it? What is the first step? So see here, this is our output and this is the work in progress output. This is the final code and this is our output. So which tag we will apply first? Hmm? Which tag we will apply? So I need to push this button. See here, after this input tag, nothing should be there. So I need to push this button into downside. So any CSS property or any tag, guys. Correct. Correct. That is a break tag. Correct. So I will come here. So I need to apply a break. I need to apply a break where right after this input tag. So I will come here. See, after the input tag, I will apply break br tag and save. Okay, so now look at the output. Refresh. Yes, it moved. Okay, then what should be? So now where I have to apply a break tag next? Look at the output and tell me. Look at this output and then look at your Visual Studio and tell me where should I apply break next after which tag, or should it be between the buttons? Right? It should be between the buttons. See, after this row, another row should come in the next line. Correct. After a additional symbol. Okay, I need one break after this additional symbol. I will say break. And right after subtraction symbol also, I need one break. I will apply one break. Okay, after multiplication, I will apply one break. So I will save. So now look at the output, guys. So at least we have a button arranged one after the other now. Again, okay. So it is a bit what it is difficult to believe that what CSS can do. We can change this into this, right? Okay. If any person does not know how to write the code in the front end, okay, for those people it will be a difficult to believe itself how it might work, how what is the magic behind it. They will wonder. Okay, all right. Next, we have arranged. Okay, now we will work on what is the CSS properties we have to put. Okay, so come to your code and come to your which section? It should be a style section. Okay, first we will what? Prepare the design part. Then we will put a function. All right. So first things first. So just let us put one color for the body as well. Okay. Why to keep it simply plain? Don't you agree? Okay. So what I will do is go back to your code. So put any background color which suits or which you like. Anything is fine. Okay. Okay. So come to the code. Come to the code and come to the head section and open the style tag. We will write our internal CSS, not inline. We will write internal CSS. So now, first thing, what I will apply is I will choose a body tag. I will choose a body tag. Okay, for the body tag, let the background color, let it be some azure is there. Okay, let's see how does it look. First time I'm picking that color, refresh. Okay, some blue color came. You can choose any color, but light color, if you go, it will be better. Or let us do it differently. Okay, let me put yellow. In that yellow, I will put very lightish yellow or grayish yellow. Let's say, come here, refresh. Okay, it is a bit darker if you ask me. So we'll go to the code, make it lighter, save, let it look like this, light yellowish. Done. Okay. So did you put a background color? Directly choose body. Directly choose body. Okay. Then. Okay. So we will work on this box. Okay. So what should I give for that box, guys? So box is the class name for the div, where it contains the input, where it contains all the button. Okay, where it contains the input and all the button. The outer box I am talking about, not a display and a button. The whole box which contain all the things. So what should we apply? So I will come here. Let's say after the body, how to represent the class name. How to represent the class name? The class name is box. So I have to say dot box. Dot box. So for that box, what should I apply? Any suggestions? Hmm? So look at the final output and tell me. What should I set for the outer div? What should I set? Come on, guys. Anything. If it is wrong, yes, correct. First thing is we have to set height and width. That is obvious. See, this whole thing is in a container which is having a particular height and width, correct? So I'll come here. I will tell height of the box, let it be 450 pixels. Okay, and width of the box again around 350. Let's see, save, and a background color also. We will apply one background color. So first we will set, okay, and we will remove the background color afterwards because you can set a background color anything. Okay, it need not to have the same background color as the final output. Okay, we will have our own background color. So I will say black. In black, let me choose something black mix red. Okay, let's say how does it look. Refresh. Okay, a different color. Okay, so so I think okay, let it be. Okay, if it is looking odd means we will try to change, or let me just change this into 320. I think we don't need that much of a width. If I refresh, okay, calculator. This is the height and width of our calculator. So what should we set next? What should we set next? Look at the output and tell me. So this is our output and our output should look like this. In order to make it look like that, So what is the next step? Correct, Chandan. We have to set a border radius also. See, it doesn't have a sharp edge like this calculator. Okay, it does not have a sharp edge like this. Okay, so in order to remove the sharp edge, we need to put a border radius. Okay, so let the border radius be, okay, around 20 pixels I will set. Okay, so according to you, which will look fine in your screen? Okay, you can set that only. Randomly I have chosen. Okay, I will choose 20 pixels. If you want, let me change it for 25. Let's see how does it look. 25. Okay, so fine. So any other change? Hmm? Any other change? Okay, Chandan has given 15 pixels as I told. Okay, which is suitable for your screen, you can give. Okay, so I have given 25. You can give 30 also, 10 also. Okay, but you should know which property we are applying. Okay, this value may vary. This value, let it be different, but this you should know for which thing, which property I have to put. That you have to know. Done, everyone? Okay, that is about the box. That is about the box. So what's next? So what should we work on next? So here is our output again. So interact, guys. Correct, correct. Okay, yes. Display design means we need to work on this box, this input box. We need to convert this input box into this input box. Okay, we need to convert our basic input box into this input box. Right, guys? Okay, so you have to do that. Come here. What is a class which I have given? That is a dot, that is a display design. In order to put a CSS property, it should be given, with a dot before the name. Done. And one thing we know, this is a green color, you need to change a background color. Okay, change its background color. So I will give which is suitable for my div box. Let it be blurry wood. I hope. Okay, so I think it's not suitable. Let me try. Save, refresh. Okay, it is a bit dark. I need a light color. I will go up. So you can set the background color in the indicators. Correct? What ma? Mahita Reddy. So I'm asking for the suggestion. You're giving your attendance, huh? Who told to give the attendance so early? Wait, this is a last class. This is the last time you will be giving the attendance also. Why so much hurry? Be a bit patient, no? Okay, everybody done? Now, what should I set next? No, guys, we haven't told to put the attendance. Okay, if you put also, it won't be counted. Now, when we tell you to put, in that time you put. Okay, correct. Height and width. Okay, so what should be the height and width? Suppose around, I will say 100 pixels. Maybe, let's try for this input box. Okay, so let it be height of 100 pixels and width of, what should be the width? Width should be same as this box width. See here, the width of the div and the width of the input box must be same, correct? So I will put the same thing. Width should be 320 pixels. Save. Now look at the output. Refresh. Okay, it is going out of the box. All right, so let me decrease the width by 10 pixels. Refresh. Okay, so again, let me increase 2 more pixels. I think it will get settled inside it. Okay, now it got settled. Okay, because it is an input box, both of them has a border, div and the input. That's why bit of a conflict between them. And next guys, what should I change? Hmm? What should I change? Think, compare your output with this one and tell me. Directly go with the buttons. Is my display looking like this? Is my display looking like this? Everything has been done. Check carefully. Shall we jump to buttons directly now? So if we want to jump to the buttons, the display design must be completed. Is it completed? Compare this and this. What is the change? Yes, border. Little change is there. See here at the top of a input box. Okay, we need to apply a border radius at the top, but not at the bottom. Only we have to change the border radius at top. So in order to make that, which top? At the left top and the right top. We need to change at left top and right top. Okay, so come here. I will say, okay, so border. See here, we have a option called border top, border top radius. Okay, so what should I choose in this, guys? Border top left. See here, this is border top left and this is border top right. At the top side, it is right side. At the top side, it is a left one. So give the same time. Border left radius must be around 15 pixels. Let me take the value which Chandan has uh, suggested last time, and right radius, let it be 15 pixels. Save. Come here, refresh. Yes. Okay. So, but it is looking bit odd compared to this border and this border. Okay, I will go ahead and give the value of this border radius itself. I think around 25 pixels. Okay, so I will change it to 25. Here also 25. Save. Refresh. Yeah. Now it is looking like a calculator, and we will apply the border also. Okay. So the border, let it be 2 pixels. 2px solid. Save. Let's see how does it look now. Refresh. Yes, it looks like this now. So these are the CSS property I have applied. Anything else, guys? And look here. Look here. Okay. So if you type it from the keyboard, you can type a numbers like this. But here, if you type it like this, it is coming like that. So which CSS property should we change in order to fix this size and this size? We need to get this size to this size. So which is the CSS property? Hmm? Which is the CSS property? So in order to change the font, it is font size. Correct? Font size should be, let me say, 35 pixels around. Okay, I will put a font weight around 700, let me say, or let it be 600. The thickness also matters. So come here, refresh. If you type something, see, yes, it is giving the thickness like this. Done. Okay, it is fine. Let it be like this. Done, everyone. Shall we proceed? Now we can go to working how to design the buttons. Now we can jump on how to design a button. Okay. All right. Now, so let us go to the button. Okay. One thing we have done is we have not given any class name. Okay. So we will give one class name for all the button, because see here, all the button have a same property, same border width, same font size, same distance between each button, how they have arranged, everything is same. So we will put a similar class. Let me say button name of the class is button design. So copy paste the same class in all the buttons, guys. Then we will put a CSS property, right? Done. So how? Just we need to copy paste it. That's all. Copy paste this class in all the buttons. That is button design. Then we will work on how to arrange that button. Completed, everyone? Copy pasted the class in all the button. So make sure you copy paste the same thing, because let it be convenient name. Okay, later on it should not be confused. Class name, we should have put the class name there itself when we have created the button. Okay, this is the additional task. Let it be. It is Common for the coders. Simple mistakes do happen. Big mistakes also happen sometimes. The matter is we need to learn from it. That's all. Make sure it should not be repeated. Okay. Done. So everybody copy pasted the same class name in all the button like me. Shall we proceed? Shall we now work on a design of the button? Done everyone? Shall we proceed? Shall I wait or should I explain something? Or everyone is following correctly? Everyone in the same page? Okay, okay, fine. So now come to the style section. Dot, what is the class name? Button design is the class name, and copy that. So what's just the first thing I have to decide? Or so see, the button should be like this. The buttons which we have is like this. What should we set first? Hmm? So what should we set first, guys? Let's set a height and width. See, height it is more and width also more. After that, we will put a border radius. Correct, Chandan. Height, width, border radius, color. So many things we have. Okay, all right. So one by one, we will put. So width should be. Let me give as 40 pixels. Is it sufficient? Let me see first. Height also 40 pixels I will give. Let me create a square button first. Okay, it won't get covered. Fine. Let me give 60 pixels and let me see now. Refresh. Okay, it is giving a little bit of match. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so after that, I will put a background radius. Sorry, border radius. I will put 60 pixels. Refresh. Yes, I have a round button now. So everyone is having the round button. So three things I have given: height, width, and border radius. Then what should I change? Next, what should I change, guys? Okay, color of a button. All right, so I'm getting confused. What is the color that will match the background? Okay, let's see. I will say background color. Yes, correct. Font size also we need to change. Yes, we will work on that as well. Okay, so which will match the color? Okay, in that only let me give a dark one. Let's see, will it work or not? Refresh. Okay, I think it's not looking good. Which color do you So just let me give it as white, white smoke, right? Slightly gray color or white. All right, let's see. Save, refresh. Okay, let it be like this. Okay, color doesn't matter that much. Okay, so I will give a color for the text similar to the div box. Color must be. So where is it? This one. Display designer. Okay, so this one I will copy. Give the color for the text. Fine. Then I need to give a font size. The font size of the button. Let it be 30 pixels. Let's see now. How does it look? Refresh. Yes, it looks like this. Okay. Next, let me put lighter. Okay. Save. Let me see. Refresh. Okay. So done until here. And next, what should I do? Adjusting the button. Adjusting the button means what should I adjust in the button? Chandan, I didn't understand. Hmm? So compare this button and this. What should I change? This is our output. Almost we are there. Almost. But still little bit of alignment. Okay. So alignment we will do at the last. Before alignment, is there anything else? Compare this button and our. So here see, no border is given. So in order to take out the border, it is looking bit odd though, that's why I will say none. So refresh. Yeah, border has been taken out. Okay, so apart from that, any other change? I guess no. Directly shall we work on alignment? Okay. So alignment, how can we, yes, gap between the buttons. How can we adjust that gap, guys? Any suggestion? Any suggestion? Hmm? How can I give that gap between that buttons? Yes, margin. Correct. So from that time we are using that only. We'll use that itself now also. Okay. So simple. Come here. I will give a margin property. Okay, so margin I will choose at the upside of the button. Let it be 20 pixels. At the right side of the button. Right side means this here. At the right side of each button. See, there is a 5 pixels of space, right? We will give 5 px, right? And then what is left out? At the top, sorry, at the bottom. Okay, if you have given upside, that is at above the button there should be 20 pixels. Above this button also 20 pixels will be there. Above this button also 20 pixels will be there. So no need to give worry about the bottom space, because we have given a top space, right? Space at the top. So don't worry about the bottom. So go ahead and give 0 pixels. And at the left, let me tell it as 10 pixels. Save. And look at the output. Everyone, is it fine? Is our value fine? Refresh. Yes, to me it okay. Looks somewhat good. What do you guys say? So should I change anything or something is missing? What about the output in your code? This is the design and this is a design which we have created. Let me make body lighter. Hmm. Correct the px. I didn't get you, Syed. Are you suggesting any other value? Okay, moving the calculator to the center. Fine, we will move it to the center. But here they have not moved it to the center, but we will move. No worries. So for that, I will apply the margin property for the box. So what should be the margin left? Around 400 pixels. Save, refresh. Yes, I will move this heading also. I will say style, text align, or I will just say margin only. Margin left 460 px. Refresh. Let me enter it as 450. Refresh. Last one 440. Yes, we can use a center tag. Correct. We can include everything. We can open a tag here and we can close the tag here. Correct, Chandan. You can go by that approach also. My output is not exactly at the center, but okay for now. Don't you think? Okay, next. So everybody completed until here, guys. Shall we proceed? Anything else we need to change, or we need to add, or we need to adjust? Anything else? Are we ready to jump to JavaScript code for this project? Shall we apply? Shall we start applying the JavaScript code? Fine. So everybody completed until here. All right. All right. Okay. So now come down after this div. Open a script tag and get ready. Okay, so we have made a colorful calculator now. Okay, I just need you to make the comment section colorful. I will wait. After that, we will move on to JavaScript code quickly. Can I see 60 comments at least out of 67? Or let me see 67 comments. Is it possible at least for the last day? Come on, guys. Take a few seconds of your time and comment something. Comment some emojis or anything celebrating the design part of a calculator. Everyone, quickly. Everyone, everyone. So please do complete it. Open the code. If you want to show any part of the code, tell me in the comment section. I will wait. Important thing is you everyone should follow or everyone should be in the same pace. So before going into the JavaScript, okay, so let's make a colorful comment section. We have created a colorful output. So just to celebrate a small celebration. Okay, okay, thank you everyone for your comments. It means a lot to me. Right. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Okay, so those who have not commented yet, please do put a comment. Any emoji, favorite emoji if you like, favorite emoji that you like. Okay, all right. Next, let's start away with the JavaScript, which is very easy part in this uh, section. Okay, so what do you think we have to write? Any suggestion, guys? Okay, let it be. Yes, Akila, we are celebrating the design part. Put your favorite emojis or put the emojis according to how you feel. Okay, some smileys are there. Some guys are telling hi. Some are saluting. Some are uh, what wooing a visual. Okay, some student have given a broken heart. Why did it broke your heart? You have created a beautiful design, right? Heart must be fixed after creating these things. It should not get broken. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, guys, let's continue. Thanks everyone who has commented. Okay. Really, it made me happy. Let's continue. JavaScript. How should we approach any idea? Any suggestion? Let it be right or wrong. Don't worry about it. Just think and comment randomly. Hmm? Just comment randomly. Now, see here, what I want is first thing, what we need is okay. See, okay, in this output, see if I go to the final output that is ready-made calculator, what I need is okay, what we need is first we will make sure what we need. Okay, so in that part, what we need is very simple. Whatever I type here, it should go on getting concatenated. Or, in other words, in lame language, it should be go on getting added next to it. It should go on displaying next to the number present. Right? That is the case. Right? That is, if nothing is there, if I say 7 should be displaying. After 7, if I click on 8 should come and sit next to the 7. That's what it should happen. Right? That's what we are aiming for. That is in the display, that is in the input tag. Whatever I type, it should go on come next to the previous digit, beside the previous digit. So in order to make it happen, let's write the simple function. I will come to script, give one function. I will call it as display function. Okay, now what I will do, I will document dot get element by id. What's its id? We are applying that function to the display. We are working on how the display should work. Okay, we are writing the code on this display now. That is how the display should work. Okay, according to that, we have to write a function. So in order to involve it, first we need to take a control over that display. So what is the ID for that display? ID is final output. First, we will take the control over this input tag. Then we will apply something. Okay, so what we will apply? That is whatever the value, it might be. Okay, whatever the value. So document dot get element by id dot value means we are representing this value as whatever the digit comes inside the input box. That is only value. If it is 8, 8 is a value inside the input box. If I say 3, now 83 is a value inside the input box. If I say 5, 835 is a value inside the input box. Correct, guys? Do you agree? Okay. Wait. Still, I haven't told to put the attendance. No attendance will be counted. Wait. Okay. After finishing the session, we will wind up finally. Okay. From tomorrow, there won't be attendance. Nobody will ask you to attend anything also. Okay. So wait for a few more minutes. It will be over. Then you put a last attendance and it will be dispersed. Happy? Okay. All right. See here, guys. I will say for this value, add some val. So val is nothing but a parameter here. Okay, so whenever this function is called with this parameter, suppose if I say 8, 8 must be added to the value of the box. If I tell 9, 9 should be added for the value of this box. That is, 9 should be added whatever I type. Okay, whatever I give, it should be added. Whatever I give, like again, it should go on getting concatenated. It should go on getting concatenated. Okay, yeah, Durga Prasad, for clearing the value, we haven't added the button. Okay, just to make it look symmetry, we did left out it. Okay, that's why first we will build the simple calculator. Yes, we can add a delete button also. Okay, right now we are using a backspace, that's all. Okay, so again if I want to add a button, it will look odd here. Okay, for that purpose we have left out. We will add it, we will improve improvise it. Okay, all right, all right. So putting the attendance now does not count. Everyone notice that. Take note of it. Okay, wait for 2 minutes. Okay, so this is a function. Okay, that we wanted. Okay, then I will write another one function. I will write another one function. Let's say function solve. Why this function? I will say. Okay. Now, where this function will be called, guys? Any idea? Where this function will be called? Any idea? I have written a function for the input box, but where will we call it? When it will be called? Any idea? As with respect to the calculator, we have, suppose when I click 8, 8 should be passed here and should be added to the input box. If I press 7, 7 should be the parameter and it should be added to the input box. Okay, that means it should be called when I click on this buttons like this. When I click on the 7, 7 should be added. See here, when I click on 2, 2 will be added. When I click on 3, 3 will be added. Okay, whenever I click on the buttons, that function must be, this function must be called. So what I will do, come to the buttons, last thing. See here, on clicking this button 9. Okay, on clicking this button 9, I will include on click function and I will say display string 9. Okay, look carefully, guys. Here it should be double quote. Inside this function call, it should be single quote. Okay, it should be a double quote here, and inside the bracket, it should be a single quote. Okay, so copy this whole thing and add it to all the buttons. If it is a 8, it should press 8. So the parameter should be 8. If it is a 7, it should display 7. So parameter should be a 7. So are you adding all the things? Hmm? Like that only, add with respect to the buttons inside your calculator. Okay, so today wait for 10 more minutes, not even 10 minutes, few minutes, almost we are at the end. So copy this, paste it on the additional button, change the parameter to additional symbol, put to the 6, just go and change the parameters with respect to the buttons. Everyone quickly copy paste one, that is whenever the button is pressed, that function should be called according to which button you have pressed. 0, last one, it should be dot, and here it should be division, and here it should be equals. Done, everyone, shall we proceed? That is, whenever whenever I click, you need to call this function. What you have written this function, if you call this function, the numbers should get displayed on the input box. Everybody did? Everybody completed? So if you just look at like this, it is difficult to see the code. It looks confusing, but let me put a space after each button. So it looks like a jumbled up. Done. Everyone, shall we proceed? Reply in the chat box. We have last function to add. After that, we are going to say goodbye. Done? Okay. So see here, is it go to your output now, refresh. Is it getting typed like this? So are you able to type in your output? So how this was working earlier, like that. Are you able to type in your own output? Reply in the chat box, guys. So last step is there. What is that last step? So you are able to give a input. What is the last step? After giving the input like this, if I click is equal to, okay, is equal to should not be displaying. If I press is equal to, okay, it should solve this expression. It should solve this expression and give the answer. See, 8 plus 9. If I click on this is equal to, okay, it will solve the expression, that is 17. So write a simple function for that. We have already kept it ready, correct? So I will say var exp, whatever the expression it is, which is on the document dot get element by id, that is final output. Inside this final output, that is input box, whatever expression is there, okay, so whatever you have written here, okay, so whatever inside dot value, after getting the control you need to specify dot value, that is whatever you write inside this input box, that should go and sit inside this expression variable. And where solution, I will say, is equal to evaluate. Eval is a inbuilt inbuilt functionality, guys. Okay, eval is a inbuilt functionality. So what you do is, what's inside expression, just evaluate. You don't need to write a function for addition, you don't need to write a function for subtraction, etc. Okay, whatever it is, 8 plus 2 or 8 plus 3 or 8 into 3 or 10 into anything, whatever the value you have given inside the input box, it will evaluate and put it inside the solution variable. Okay, and then at last, document dot get element by id. Okay, so whatever it is, so whatever you have inside the final output, that is dot value, dot value, whatever the value which is inside the input box, that should be equal to solution. That's all. So, or what you can say is instead of here, you can give it as expression directly, exp. Okay, so whatever the evaluated answer, it will be sent into solution. From solution, it will come back to the expression. So now look at the output and tell me, is it working like a calculator? That is a simple calculator. Tell me quickly. Fast. Is it working like a calculator? Go and check in your output. That is it solving the expression or is it solving a whatever you have given addition, mathematics, multiplication? Is it solving and giving the output? No. All right, let me see. If I refresh, 8 plus 7. Okay, okay. It is giving like this. Okay, yeah. Final step we have missed. We have written the function. Where should we call this function now? When this function should be called? That is also important, right? The last step, guys. After that, we will collect the attendance. Don't worry. Tell me one thing. I have written the what how it should get evaluated. So where should this function call? When should this function be called? We have written the function. When should it be called? Tell me that. So when should it call, guys? When which button? After pressing a which button should it get called? Tell me. I will wait. Simple answer. When which button is pressed, this particular function should call. That's all, right? That is 9 plus 7. It should get for sorry 4. It should get evaluated when I click on this button. That is equal to. Is equal to should not come here. Correct? So come back in the place of is equal to. In the place of is equal to, on clicking the is equal to, call the solve function. Now look at the output and tell me. Now look at the output and tell me. Is it working? That is, whatever the expression is there inside this input, that should be solved. That's what I am telling. Check it out. No? Alright, let me check. Refresh. 9 plus 7 is equal to. Okay. So something is wrong. Okay, do one thing. Replace this. Okay, replace this with this ex. We will not use the expression directly. We will use this. First, whatever you have typed here will go here. Then it will be evaluated. Then final output will be is equal to evaluated answer. Check now, Chandan, quickly and tell me. So I will only check. So I'll come here, refresh. 9 minus 4 is equal to 5. 5 into 75 is equal to one answer divided by 15 is equal to one answer. 25.25 plus 1, we are getting one answer. So everybody able to get this answer? Everybody's calculator is working? Confirm me that quickly. Hmm? Is it working or not working, guys? Don't keep it as a suspense. Tell me. Reveal that suspense to me. Everyone completed? Hmm? All right. So if you want me to show any code, if you want me to wait or doubt, you can put it in the comment section, or what you do is put something in a comment section with any emoji, put your attendance, and yeah, we will meet if possible, we will meet again. Okay, I really had a good time in this internship. Okay, I hope you also had a good time. Okay, so I hope you have learned something. What is the technology, how it works, how to host it in the web, how to build your own project. All right. Okay. Okay, guys. So we will end the session for now. If you want any other internships like this, any technology, we will keep you updated. Until then, see you everyone. Okay? Okay, guys. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye, everyone. Thank you.